What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy Joe's here. Today I'm going to be showing you a simple, super easy way to get quite a lot of souls. So it's personally, in my opinion, the best farming method that I'm aware of. Like, I know some people prefer farming the 3 angels and the Grand Archives more, but this is by far the safest and most efficient way to get a good number of souls as fast as possible. So, what you want to do is, you want to get to Archdragon Peak. If you don't know how to do that, you beat the optional boss Osiris, you get the Path of the Dragon emote, you go to Ethereal Dungeon, and you use the emote in a certain location where there's a couple dragon statues, and you'll be teleported to Archdragon Peak. Now, the area itself is pretty straightforward. Once you get to the first bonfire, you're pretty much at the first boss. It's a one-shot boss, so don't be intimidated by it. It's the Ancient Wyvern. You quite literally run under its feet, follow the path until you're above it, and then plunge attack it and kill it in one swing. Once you kill that, you get this bonfire right over here, which is called the Dragonkin Mausoleum. And once you get that, what you want to do is, this is the first time being to this area, then 2 people will spawn. This dude, which I believe is where he's called the Drake Blood Knight, because his armor is called Drake Blood stuff, and Havel. Now, if Havel appears, then just run right back here. We'll sit down at the bonfire. Because more than likely, if you're struggling for souls and you're looking for a good farming method, then more than likely you're not too high of a level, so fighting Havel is very much so not a smart idea. Now, the only thing specific I would say you need for this build is this nifty little item right here, the Chaos Dagger. Now, if you don't know how to get this, it's pretty simple. You just buy a normal dagger from the Handmaiden if you don't, or the Shrine Handmaiden if you don't already have one. You give it a Chaos Infusion, and then you have the Chaos Dagger. Now, this dagger right here with the Hornet Ring does stupid damage. Like, quite literally, I think it's the highest, probably the highest, like, backstab and riposte damage you can do. But that's not fact. That's just my opinion and to my extent of the knowledge of the game. And even if you don't have this dagger, there's still plenty of simple ways you can farm this specific enemy. What you want to do is you always want to get the backstab. So you run in, once you hear the little bell, that's a person up there summoning them. You don't want to kill that person. If you kill that person, you cannot use this farming method. You want to always get the backstab, and then depending on what weapon you have, hit him with something hard. And he normally, well, if you have the Chaos Dagger, then it's a lot easier. If you have the Chaos Dagger, you backstab him, depending on your stats in Intelligence and Faith, depends on the stupid damage the dagger does. Like, me personally, I have 30 in Intelligence and almost 40 in Faith. And then I have this right here, the Hornet Ring. It's a very crucial part to doing what I'm doing to this enemy. This boosts critical attack. So if you've ever been invaded and say you've been parried and you've seen an animation that you can't pull off yourself, it's because you don't have this ring. With this ring, it pretty much gives you an extra animation and dumb amounts of damage added to backstabs and ripostes, which are critical attacks. You want the Silver Serpent Ring, which gives you more souls, of course. That's always nice for when you're trying to farm. If you don't know how to get this, this is on top of the Firelink Shrine in the hidden area up there. If you don't know how to get that, I'm sure there's thousands of videos you could watch for that. I'm using this ring as well to just boost attack when my HP is full, because I'm not going to take a hit, and that little bit of extra damage is helpful. And then my last ring is just an additional attunement spell slot. Your armor, whatever you want. Like I said, your weapons can be whatever you want. I've personally farmed this with an Ultra Greatsword before, with just pure Pyromancy and the Demon Scar, with the Onyx Blade. It pretty much works however you want it to. You just always want to get that guaranteed backstab. And then if you're using, let's say, an Ultra Greatsword, if you have the weapon art Stomp, once you backstab them, you run up to him, and now right about there is when you would want to do the Stomp animation. So once he gets up, you send him flying into the air. And now depending on how hard you're hitting him, it should only take like a light attack to finish him off. If you're using Pyromancies, per se, there's a way you could Oh, I messed up. Ooh, hold on. There's a way you can backstab him. And then if you have the Pyromancy Sacred Flame, you can pretty much land that. Because when I was using my well, this still is my Pyromancy build, but when I was doing that, I figured out the timing. So once he got up, Sacred Flame lands, you stick your hand in his chest, it blows up, and then you just poke him with the light attack from your main weapon. Now, right now, I'm using the Crucifix of the Mad King, which I'm sure most of you know if you've been watching Dark Souls videos for a while. Hits like a truck. And I have it max level. I have pretty high faith already, which it apparently scales very well with. So yeah, it hits pretty hard. If you want to copy my layout, get the Chaos Dagger, the Hornet Ring, Crucifix, all that. The higher level, the better, because the more damage it's going to do. You backstab him, boop. Switch to this, charge up a heavy. By the time he gets up, it's swinging, and he dies. Something else I also did was wait for him to spawn in here again. Once he spawns in, and now this is a little more risky. You get the backstab as always, and then if you parry him, bop, kills him. Now that's a little more risky because you have to be good at parrying, and I know a lot of people aren't. I used to not be good at it. I'm still not particularly great at it. Like, I can land a few lucky parries here and there. Against this dude, he's probably the most consistent enemy I can parry. So I land quite a few parries on him. And I'll see here, it takes an extra hit because I'm not at full health. So I didn't have the extra bonus from the one ring that gives me extra damage when I'm at full health. You see how at the very top of my screen, the little icon popped up under my stamina? That means I have full health and that I have the ring's effect going. Like, see, right there, it popped up again. And if you miss the backstab, it's a little more tricky because this dude's no pushover. He does a fair bit of damage, and with the lightning on his sword, you can get stun locked, and he can decimate you if you're not careful. So be warned of that. But yeah, this right here in Archdragon Peak is, in my opinion, the easiest way to farm. It's pretty much no run back to get back here. The angels on top of the Grand Archives, they do give you more souls, without a doubt. One angel gives you like 12 or 13,000 souls. But they're a lot more difficult to kill. You don't get a free backstab on them. They do a whole bunch of annoying moves, like the Beyblade attack, the one with the axes, throws axes at you. And you could possibly get ganked if you don't lure them out. This enemy, right here, once you figure out your combo so that he doesn't get a chance to throw an attack, it's the easiest, safest way to farm souls. Now, even if you do die, the bonfire is quite literally on the other side of that door. So virtually no run back to the enemy. You can farm them for as much as you want. The only thing you have to worry about is Havel. If Havel spawns, which he is not going to spawn for me because I've killed him, and further on in this area you'll find him. and you can choose to fight him if you wish, which, again, he's a nightmare to fight. But yeah, this is a simple, easy way to farm souls. I know personally my friend who plays the game, Rob, he farmed quite literally 1,000,000 souls right here. Now keep in mind, he had the ring on. Oh, also the Shield of Won't. This is another good item to use. Even if you use like a two-hand ultra greatsword, just put it on your back and you will still get the effects from the shield. This essentially works just like the ring does and gives you more souls when you kill somebody. So naturally, this dude would give you 4,000 souls, I believe. With the ring and the shield both added together, he gives me a little over 5,000 souls. And I haven't taken a hit yet, so I can literally just keep standing here. If I do take a hit, I have 9 Estus. So I could drink one of those, or I could just go chill at the bonfire for a second. It's quite literally one of, if not the best, farming methods. I would not recommend doing it embered, because why would you farm souls embered? And if you haven't beat the Nameless King, you're more than likely going to get invaded. And that is a nightmare, having the Drake Blood jump you, possibly Havel jump you with an invader. You don't want that type of, you don't want that in your life. Let's just leave that at that. So, thanks for watching. Let me know how many souls you've managed to farm right here. Until next time, it's your boy, Jose.